marathon is just about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight, and just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. Laying a brick every day instead of trying to build a brick wall. Just lay a brick every day. Eventually you look up, you're gonna have a brick wall.
My name is Brian Schwabe. I'm a board-certified sports physical therapist, and I serve as the clinic director for Irvine Orthopedic Sports Therapy.
And go for it. Push through that big toe each time. Good.
Irvine Orthopedic Sports Therapy is a new footprint for Los Gatos Orthopedic Sports Therapy up in Northern California. We have a footprint down here now where we're partnered specifically with Sanford Power, the strength and conditioning space, with our high-performance staff.
Nice job. What's that? That's a good, man. Listen, you are going to be the, you're going to have the guy with the biggest calves when you get to the combine, huh? What's that?
No question.
Yeah, no questions, right.
I've been a physical therapist for about 9 years now, and from the beginning I've worked with athletes from basically all different levels. My focus has primarily been on collegiate and professional athletes with a specific emphasis on basketball. So I've seen a range of NBA athletes from rookies going through NBA draft combines similar to MK, all the way up to NBA All-Stars. Again, I can't speak about that. I don't want to, I'm very big on privacy, and I value that. And I think what I can say is right now what we've kind of transitioned from is the NFL draft combine, so it's kind of moving more toward the basketball now. We just recently finished up with the NFL draft combine and a lot of the NFL offseason, similar to MLB offseason, so it kind of cycles through every single year. But right now we're focused on basketball as that's starting up again for the collegiate athletes going to the NBA, as well as the NBA offseason coming up in a few short months. From an NBA perspective, I've worked with teams or players specifically from Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers, Chicago Bulls, Portland Trail Blazers, Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers, Boston Celtics, and a few others. Again, people have kind of moved around different teams, but those are some of the players I've worked with from those specific teams.
Yep, same thing, right? Hold. Keep a lot of strength in that foot, okay? Yeah. Down. Push that foot out a little bit more. Here you go. Come down with the knee. There you go. Hold. Go down deep now. Deep, 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 deep. Hold. Put it down.
Well, on day one, we did a full-blown movement screening, and for a guy his size, we typically will see a lot of different movement patterns that are impaired. However, with him specifically, I was impressed with how he was able to handle those longer levers based on his height and his size for a basketball player. Because a lot of times, with those longer levers, it's very difficult to produce force, and a lot of these guys now are coming into positions like this when they're preparing for the NBA, and they don't have much of a training age. However, he has been training for years, specifically with Sazi in the past and now Eric. And I think having that training background has really proven that he's starting from a much better place than a lot of basketball athletes I've worked with. And I think that seeing his work ethic more than anything, and how hard he works to improve not only mobility and the little motor control things, that really has translated into his performance training in Sanford Power with Eric and Sazi. I think based on his work ethic and based on just the basic fundamentals that we've seen so far, he's got a very high ceiling. And that's what the exciting thing is about someone like MK, is the ceiling potential, right? He is not even close to the ceiling that he's going to get to from even a movement perspective, but he picks up on things so quickly. Again, in physical therapy here, what we're trying to do is really optimize movement at the highest level. And he has not even been exposed to this yet prior to this particular experience. So being exposed and then seeing his progress even just in the first few weeks has really been pretty amazing, because what happens is he takes what we teach him and he applies it, and then he applies it to the strength and conditioning room, and then he applies it to the basketball court. And you can start to see some of those things with some of his rotational movements for a big guy, which is really important.
Be aggressive, you know what I mean? The more aggressive you are, the better it is for you, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, when you get in the game, you want to make sure the team has no drop-off. And the only way the team doesn't have no drop-off, you got to play the right way. Play the right way first, and then be aggressive, you know what I mean? Don't think about me, because then you're not playing the game the right way. Always play the right way. Use your teammates, you know what I mean, to get you open, all right? And you get your teammates open. So if you have that unselfish mindset, that's going to be big to your success early on. Because all these rookies want to come in here and it's like, nah, young fella, you're not going to be doing that right away. You know what I'm saying? Let it progress, let it progress. Working with him in his development process has made it easier for me because he wants to get better. You know, I work with kids where it's like pulling teeth. With him, he wants to get better. And I think him being at his size, a big man, and he has guard set and guard skills. You look at today's era of a game, you have NBA stretch 4s and 5s that can shoot, but you don't have many that can shoot and put the ball on the floor. I think MK can do both.